the sun sets, casting a golden hue over the treetops. Shadows grow long in Fairfax County, Virginia, stretching like fingers across the dense woods. A chill fills the air, even in summer, as an eerie mist begins to envelop the night. This place has a secret, hidden deep within its abandoned buildings and forgotten paths. A dark and terrifying secret that has been whispered about for generations. It watches from the trees, its glowing red eyes piercing through the darkness. It waits in the shadows, a silent guardian of its own sinister tale. It is known as the bunnyman, a figure both bizarre and terrifying. The bunnyman legend has haunted Fairfax County for decades, a story passed down through hushed whispers and fearful glances. It's a tale of terror, mystery, and the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of our everyday world. A reminder that not all is as it seems. Some dismiss it as a simple ghost story, a fabrication of overactive imaginations. Others believe it to be a cautionary tale, a warning to stay away from the unknown. But all who hear it feel a shiver down their spines, a primal fear that cannot be easily dismissed. The bunnyman is more than just a legend. He is a warning, a symbol of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. The origins of the bunnyman legend are shrouded in mystery, with stories dating back to the early 20th century. Some say it began with a tragic accident near a bridge, where a man in a bunny costume was seen fleeing the scene. Others claim it was the result of a deranged escapee from a nearby asylum who took on the guise of the bunnyman. Whatever the truth may be, the bunnyman has become an enduring part of Fairfax County's folklore. Teenagers tell his story around campfires, each adding their own twist to the chilling tale. The legend serves as a reminder to respect the unknown and to tread carefully in the dark corners of the world. So the next time you find yourself in Fairfax County after dark, remember the bunnyman. He is more than just a story. He is a warning to all who dare to venture into the shadows. No one knows for sure where the legend of the bunnyman began. The story has been passed down through generations, each adding their own twist to the tale. Some say he was a patient who escaped from a nearby insane asylum. This asylum, known for its harsh conditions and brutal treatments, was a place where many lost their sanity. Others believe he was a vengeful spirit, seeking revenge for a past wrong. Perhaps he was wronged by the very people who were supposed to help him, or maybe he was a victim of a cruel prank gone horribly wrong. Whatever his origins, the bunnyman has become a terrifying figure in Fairfax County lore. His story is told around campfires, whispered in hushed tones, and used to scare children into behaving. He is often described as a tall, shadowy figure wearing a white rabbit costume. This costume, once innocent and playful, now takes on a sinister meaning in the context of his legend. Some say he carries a hatchet or an axe. These weapons, symbols of violence and fear, add to the terror he inspires. Others claim he wields a large hook. This hook, often associated with fishermen and butchers, becomes a tool of horror in the hands of the bunnyman. All agree on one thing: the bunnyman is a harbinger of death and madness. His presence is a warning, a sign that something terrible is about to happen. Whether he is a ghost, a madman, or something else entirely, the bunnyman remains a chilling figure in the folklore of Fairfax County. Over the years, there have been numerous sightings and reports of the bunnyman. Some claim to have seen him lurking in the shadows, while others have found evidence of his presence in the form of mutilated animals and strange symbols. The legend of the bunnyman has even inspired movies, books, and haunted attractions. Despite the many variations of his story, one thing remains constant: the fear he instills in those who hear his tale. So the next time you find yourself in Fairfax County, be careful. You never know when the bunnyman might be watching, waiting for his next victim. The first documented encounter with the bunnyman occurred in 1970. A young couple, parked in a secluded area known as Lover's Lane, saw a figure standing outside their car. He was wearing a white rabbit costume. The man was holding a hatchet. He began to scream at them. The terrified couple sped away. As they did, the man in the rabbit costume threw the hatchet at their car. It hit the trunk with a sickening thud. The couple managed to escape, but they were forever changed by their encounter with the bunnyman. 2 weeks later, there was another sighting. A security guard at a construction site in the same area spotted a man in a white rabbit costume. He was vandalizing a partially built house. The guard approached the figure. The bunnyman turned. He warned the guard to leave. He said the house was built on sacred ground. The guard didn't believe him. He tried to apprehend the trespasser, but the bunnyman vanished into thin air. Section 5. A town gripped by fear. These two encounters sent shockwaves through Fairfax County. The legend of the bunnyman spread like wildfire. People were afraid to go out at night. Parents warned their children to stay away from the woods. The police were baffled. They increased patrols in the area. They interviewed witnesses, but they were unable to find any trace of the bunnyman. The legend continued to grow. It took on a life of its own. Section 6. Whispers from the past. As the legend spread, people began to whisper about older stories. Stories that seemed to connect to the bunnyman. One such story dated back to 1904. It told of a bus accident near the Clifton Asylum. Several patients escaped. One of the escapees, Douglas Griffin, was never found. He had been committed for the brutal murder of his family. He had a strange habit. Griffin liked to hang rabbit carcasses from trees. Section 7. The Asylum's Shadow. Another story told of Marcus Lawman. He was another patient at the Clifton Asylum. Lawman was obsessed with rabbits. He believed they were magical creatures. He would often dress in a rabbit costume. One day, Lawman escaped. He was never seen again. Some say he became the bunnyman. They say he still roams the woods of Fairfax County. He seeks revenge on those who trespass on his domain. Section 8. The Bridge of Fear. Over the years, the legend of the bunnyman has become even more entrenched in Fairfax County folklore. One particular location has become synonymous with the legend Colchester Overpass. It is now known as the Bunnyman Bridge. Legend has it that the bunnyman can still be seen lurking near the bridge. People say he is especially active on Halloween night. They say he waits for unsuspecting victims to cross his path. This Section 9. Dare to visit. Every year on Halloween night, thrill seekers and curious visitors flock to the Bunnyman Bridge. They come to catch a glimpse of the legendary creature. Some come to pay their respects. Others come to taunt the entity. But be warned, the bunnyman is not to be trifled with. He is a creature of darkness and despair. He is a reminder that some legends are best left undisturbed. Section 10. The Legend Lives On. The legend of the bunnyman is a chilling reminder that some stories never truly die. They are passed down through generations, whispered around campfires, and shared in hushed tones. They linger in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to make their presence known. They whisper in the wind, their voices carried on the breeze, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to listen. They wait for the right moment to resurface, to remind us that they are still here, watching, waiting. So the next time you find yourself in Fairfax County after dark, be careful. The bunnyman is said to haunt these woods, his presence felt by those who venture too close. You never know who or what might be watching you. The feeling of being followed, the sense of eyes on your back, it could be him. Listen for the rustling of leaves, the sound of footsteps that aren't your own. Watch for shadows moving in the moonlight, shapes that don't belong. And if you hear a blood-curdling scream, run. Run as fast as you can, and don't look back. Run as fast as you can because the bunnyman may be closer than you think. The bunnyman may be coming for you next. His legend lives on, a terrifying reminder that some stories are more than just tales. They are warnings.